Hey everybody, here I am at Misophonia in Los Angeles doing another video about the buying and restoration of an old vintage recording studio console. I've got a Studer 905 I've recently bought. It's a beast, it's enormous. I've had a lot of pitfalls and I'm here to be a warning or an example. I'm not sure which I am. All I know is I wish I had a lot of the knowledge I have accrued, and know a lot of guys really want to own one of these, and it's a dream for a lot of people. But it's a delightmare, basically, for me. I love it and I hate it, and it's the bane of my existence. And I'm so into it, and I hate it. It's like dating a supermodel, really. So basically, today we're going to be talking about wiring, and the theme of the video is basically more time and more money, because wiring is going to take you way longer and cost you way more than you thought it would. And I'm not a newbie. This is the second console I've refurbished, and once again, I am shocked at how little I know and how little I expected big league curveballs to be thrown at me. Like I never even, it's pretty crazy. Now, let me get into the console. On the back of the console and the patch bay are Tuchel connectors. If you never saw one, this is one. Each Tuchel connector, this is a male, basically has 12 rows of 3 connectors. The hot, cold, and ground. So this is basically 12 microphones right here plugged in. I've never built one of these. I've got a bunch of them that I need to build, and I'll explain that in a second. And then I've got, coming out of my converters, I've got all of these, which are DB25s. I'm sure you guys a lot are familiar with them. A lot of, like Apogee, and I've used Lynx converters, but they all kind of use the same thing. And then my old console was a Harrison Series 32, which I loved the sound of. And it had punch blocks, meaning everything was actually a bare wire connecting to that. So everything I have from before has bare wire at one end. Luckily, the owner of the console I bought, he sent me this huge tub with just filled with snakes that have Tuchel at one end, and most of them have XLR at the other end. And then there's a bunch that have some other weird connector. I don't even know what it is. It was kind of almost like some proprietary looking thing. I've never seen them. Might have hooked to some other gear he had, or his rack of external stuff. I don't know. I just don't know what it is. So the issue I have is that not one of the snakes I have has the right connectors at both ends. There are, I've got the right connectors at one end of everything, but nothing has the right connectors at both ends. So the day or two that I budgeted time-wise to plug everything in, because I literally have dozens of snakes, like, oh, this guy sent me that, and I've got this, it's going to be easy. Not going to be easy. And cost-wise, a lot of cost I wasn't expecting. I'm going to have to add a lot of XLR ends, basically from my mic lines coming through the walls, which were all cut off going into the Harrison. Now going into the Studer, they need to hook to the Studer. I have snakes I received that are Tuchel at one end and XLR at the other, so I either need to put Tuchels right on the end of my mic lines, or put XLRs and attach the snakes I have. Now, it would be smarter just to put Tuchels on in one way, but if I ever decide I want to upgrade the console and stay at the studio, not even upgrade, just try something else, I'm thinking after the lesson with the Harrison, I might want to put XLRs and then get whatever connectors I need for the other end. So yeah, this is going to take me a lot longer. I don't know how much longer than 1 or 2 days it's going to take. I'm thinking a week at the minimum, 8 to 10 hours a day. And that's like best possible outcome. I have to do about 80 connectors. And remember, each one of those is actually 3 solder points. And I've got to strip every single cable. all of that. I'm going to have to buy a bunch of connectors that I'm short. So this is going to be a massive project where I'm not going to be making any income for another week or two, and I'm going to be spending money and time. So again, it's more time and more money, and let me be your warning.